Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I know it's been a minute. Alright, so this is the kind of video that I feel like I have the capacity to do right now. Tell me if you like it. And yeah, I am back by God's grace and a lot has happened. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you won't know this, but I had a baby and it has been like a lot trying to balance. And then I went back to work. So balancing work and a newborn with two other, kids, but God has been good. Happy New Year officially. Can I say that? And on the 18th, I celebrated my birthday. So another year. How you doing? Please, I really want to know. My focus and what's important to me right now, coming back to YouTube and posting again on Instagram, is just to build like an amazing community. So I just really want to be in touch with all of you, not just showing up for showing sake. What do you want to know about? What do you want me to talk about? Yeah, so what will be value for you? Because I really want you to get value whenever you come to, my channel. Recently I've been reflecting a lot. If you know me, you know that I'm such like a deep thinker, reflecting a lot on, how far God has brought me, especially on my birthday was just filled with reflection and just gratitude and just thanking God. A lot of you might not know, but my family and I went through like a wilderness season before now, and that was during my pregnancy, a portion of my pregnancy, months. So, and I'm gonna share more on that later. I feel like I'm in this place where God is allowing me to share a lot of my testimonies, praying that will benefit anyone. But I've just been thinking how God has been so faithful, so good, and even in my own personal life, in me knowing who I am, I look back to even like 2020 when I had my first baby, and I didn't think like I knew like who I was or I am as much as I do now. Like, it was all about performance. But there has been like a great shift, like in the way that God has allowed me to see myself, and then other things that, He allows me to do. So that has been like one of the places where I'm so grateful for His love. I'm so grateful for Him being our teacher, for wisdom, for continuing to grow and prune us. The wilderness season that my family and I went through was definitely necessary because it has helped us to gain the knowledge, the skills, the wisdom that we have to navigate today. So I just want to encourage someone that is going through a season that seems like it's a dry season, it's a wilderness season. Where is God? I want to encourage you that God is still there. It could be like a test season, and you've heard this many times, or maybe you've not. During the test, the teacher, the professor is usually quiet. So, instead of asking God, why am I in this season? No, instead of asking God, why me? Why me? Like, in a whining or crying way, it's okay to cry. But you get what I mean? Like in a complaining way. Ask God, why am I in this season, and what do you want me to take away to learn from this season? It might not be easy, especially if you have family. I knew I was saying to my husband at the time when we're going through the season, it's more difficult because you have kids, But then I see how that has also shaped them and helped, even though they're little. My oldest is 4 years old and Zoe is 2 years, and, Michael was just born. So, but I see how that has impacted their lives in the way that they they help around the house in the way that we connect to each other, the way that we speak. We have reference points. For example, when he wants to, we don't throw food in the house, or, we don't just spend money and buy just anything just because you want it. We have, been able to leverage that season to teach them some things that are valuable for them too. And they also teach us, to be honest. Trust me, Kelly is going to tell you, Mommy, you don't have to just spend that money. He is going to tell you, okay? So it has been a journey that I'm truly grateful for. It wasn't the easiest one. I will share all the details later. But this is my soft launch to coming back to YouTube. And you're going to see more of, this kind of lifestyle video with a voiceover. I don't necessarily think I have all the capacity to do a proper sit-down videos, but I will when I do. But that doesn't mean that you won't still get value, okay? It will still be me sharing and pouring my heart and whatever God wants me to share. But I also want to know what you want to know, if that makes sense. But yeah, how are you doing in terms of, your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, family, if you have? I have some tips that, helping me in my relationship with God that I would like to share later in another video. But I heard a preacher say that the love of God comes first before his power. Like, in a way, like if you know the love of God, it's almost like the starting point. And I truly believe that because, wow, the way that I feel like a new person. In fact, not even just the feeling. I know that a lot has changed about me. I know that a lot of things has been broken off of me, like comparison and people pleasing, and not having boundaries and not being myself, trying to, blend in and all that. A lot has changed, and this journey, started since 2021, to be honest. So I know that God has been breaking yokes. I know that God has been removing a lot of things, from my life that are not serving me, that are not necessarily good for me. But yeah, and I feel like that is why I can show up here. I said, I posted something on Instagram. Wow, I used to be obsessed with purpose, but then God started to teach me that, it starts with my relationship with Him, and then I can, come on here and just share with you all from that overflow, right? I don't constantly need to, it's not performance. It's supposed to come from within. And I'm going to insert that clip, or you can go watch it on Instagram. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for continuing to be here and supporting me. And I will see you next week by God's grace. Bye.